going on YouTube? It is your boy Sir Jorge the Great bringing you our week 16 builder for the BBR, better known as the Breedjets Battle Royale. This week we are prepping for none other than the myth, the legend, CBAD and his Detroit Steelwings. For those who do not know, CBAD is one of my favorite content creators ever. I'm a huge fan and I'm excited to be battling him. Not for the first time, but the second time. We did face off against him in the NCP, and in my opinion, that did not go well for us at all. I think we played poorly, and today I really want to show Chase how much we've grown since the last time we had battled him. So honestly, like these past few hours before building up to the battle, I've been extremely nervous, and the team has been constantly changing from going from the slideshow to the actual quote unquote breeding. And it was let's go over Chase's team, what he has, and just discuss what sort of the synergy he has. So the first Pokemon he has is Diggersby. Diggersby honestly just absolutely runs through our team. We really have a hard time playing with Diggersby. If he does bring it, I'm terrified of it. And not only that, but he also has a Alolan Ninetales and a Alolan Sandslash, which is a good Hail core, because Ninetales can set up the Hail for the Alolan Sandslash so that the Slush Rush ability, it will double Sandslash's speed, and it becomes a huge sweeper. And our team is very weak to ice. We have 3 dragons. Spoiler alert, I'll mention that in a second why we have 3 dragon types, where that third one came from. But yeah, we have Hippopotas, who's completely weak, and then Incineroar, who typically can switch it on the ice and steel type hits from Sandslash, really cannot take an EQ from a Sandslash, so we really have to play smart with this team. So there's that. He has Exors, which can set up really easily with a D-Dance, and it's a huge threat. He has Alazo, which is a big special wall, or a special threat. He has a Tinker, which is a huge wall with Regenerator. He has a War Turtle, which can be very thick. He has Mandibus, he has Dusknoir, which are really good, bulky pivots for him. And then he has Jolteon, which is a Water Voltazor Mon. His team is just ridiculous, and against our team, he has such a good matchup, and it makes prepping for his team that much harder. And yeah, I honestly, like, I'm extremely nervous going into this battle, and I'm hoping I can somehow pull a W this week, because we're 1-4 for the season, and I think it should really be 3-4, or I'm sorry, 3-2, 2-3, but it is what it is. Anyways, let's get to the team, what we're bringing and why we are bringing them. So our first Pokemon is going to be Raymus Perio, the Incineroar. Like I said before, he has a good Hail core, so it makes sense that we bring our Fire-type Pokemon. He has the Intimidate ability. That is mainly for the Dusknoir, for the Mandibus, because it can be physical, the Sandslash, and the Haxorus, and the Diggersby, So, half his team does not appreciate this Intimidate. We're rocking the Assault Vest so we can take those special hits a little bit better from the Tangrowth, from the Salazzle, and from the Ninetales, which are basically our better checks for against his team, and the Jolteon as well. We are the Jolly Nature, so we're max speed. We basically have max HP, max speed with the Jolly Nature, so we are basically, if he does, we're outpacing War Turtle, which I think is really important, because I don't want to be taking a water hit from that War Turtle. So yeah, our moves are Parting Shot, Knockoff, Fake Out, and Flare Blitz. The coloring on Fake Out is wrong, that's my bad. So with this sort of layout, our goal is to go into Incineroar, click Fake Out, see if there are leftovers at all, especially on Pokemon like on the Ninetales, on the Sandslash, which will be really important. The Diggersby, getting that information will be really important. So yeah, we have Flare Blitz because it's really good Fire Stab against his team. Knockoff to remove Pokemon's item, and Parting Shot for momentum. When initially building, I actually removed Incineroar from the team, and then I added him back later on. So yeah. Next up, we are bringing Surfelius the Jellicent with the Water's Open ability. Leftovers with the Bold Nature, we are max HP, max defense, with 4 EVs in defense in case he decides, 4 EVs in speed in case he tries to speed creep our Jellicent. We have Will-O-Wisp Sludge, I'm sorry, it's gonna be String Sap, Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, and Scald. So with this set, our goal is to String Sap, the Haxorus, the Diggersby if it doesn't have knockoff, the Sandslash, so that we can recover some health and then just deal some damage back. Really, it's just a wall. It's just a pivot. Jellicent's really there just to take a hit and hopefully, put us in a better positioning in the battle. I don't expect Jellicent to do that well today because it's really just a wall. Next up on our team is going to be, it should actually be Sandstream, not Sandforce. Gordo de Oro, the Hippopotas. I literally changed that right before I hit enter on the bot, on the Jenny bot, I mean the breeding bot, and yeah. We have Eviolite. We have the Eviolite as our item with the Impish nature. We have 248 EVs in HP, 8 in attack, and 252 in defense. We're pretty much your basic go to the auto set. We have Stealth Rocks, Earthquake, Slack Off, and Yawn. Over Whirlwind, because I just like the Yawn a little bit better, so we can put the threat like Hexorus or like Diggersby asleep. When initially building, I did not have Go to the Auto on the team because since he has a dual Ice Core, I thought that was very scary. And so I decided to bring Go to the Auto with no sand, and then right before I hit Gen, or right before I breeded, I realized that I actually like the weather control in case he is Slush Rush alone in Sand Slash. I really wanted to remove the opportunity for that Sand Slash to sweep my team, and so that's really what I had in mind with that. So that's pretty much it, really. Again, Go to the Auto is going to wall a lot of physical threats, and you can even wall the Salazzle just a slight bit. It may not take a flamethrower that well, but it can take a hit at least. Next up, we have Commander the Dracozolt with the Hustle ability and the Choice Scarf with the Jolly nature. I sort of went through several sets with Commander. I'm not gonna lie. This was gonna be a Volt Absorb set. It was gonna be a little bit slower. So hold on, let me talk about these EVs. We have max attack, 40 EVs in defense, and 216 in speed. With this investment, we are outspeeding Jolteon. Just a timid Jolteon, which I think is really important. I should have probably put more EVs in speed in my opinion, but it's too late now. I'm battling Chase in a few minutes actually. So why are we Choice Scarf when we're bringing Sand? Well, at first what I was going to do is bluff that we are Sand Rush Dracozolt, so that Chase thought, okay, if we remove the Sand, we're going to outspeed the Dracozolt, right? So he saw Hippopotas and Dracozolt, then he automatically assumes, okay, this is going to be a weather war. We have to preserve our Ninetales. We have to preserve our Sand Slash, right? And so I was not going to bring any Sand, because I just wanted him to realize, okay, crap, that's something he had to think on the back of my mind. But I realized having the Sun is a lot more important. But I didn't change my Dracozolt set. In fact, I actually switched from Volt Absorb to Hustle. So I can actually hit him just a little bit harder to think I am Sand Rush Choice Banded. So with this set, we're hitting his team incredibly hard. That's again, we are 80% accurate this week. Hopefully that doesn't come into play. We should be hitting most of our moves. So Bolt Beak, Rock Slide, Earthquake, and Outrage. His entire team does not appreciate a single hit. A combination of these hits. So once Ninetales goes down, we're pretty much free to Outrage. That's what cost us the game last week. We locked into Outrage when we should have locked into Declaw, or just click Declaw instead. But yeah, once his Jolteon goes down, once his Diggersby goes down, then we're free to click Bolt Beak, and I do expect him to bring those two Pokemon just to wall our Dracozolt, or at least one of them. And yeah, sorry if again, I'm very nervous, so this whole team is gonna sound like a mess. Next up, our next Pokemon we're bringing is going to be Sporty the Pissimian with the Defiant ability, and the Choice Scarf as well with the Jolly nature. We are max attack, max speed, EQ, close combat, Gunk Shot, and U-turn. I mentioned before, Diggersby is a threat. Diggersby is going to hit my team incredibly hard. I wanted a Pokemon that can freely come in on it after it knocks out one of our Pokemon and basically thread it out. And with this set, we are always outspeeding Diggersby no matter what, unless he clicks Agility and is max speed Jolly. So again, what I had in mind is, okay, so let's talk about the moves. EQ close combat just does a good number. I originally had Iron Hit instead of Gunk Shot on the original team. But I realized that we didn't have a way to hit the Tingles that well, and I really wanted that. And so I swapped out Iron Head with Gunk Shot because Gunk Shot should knock out non-HP invested Ninetales, and then it should do a great amount of damage to the Tangrowth. But yeah, again, we just have a hard time with this team. Actually, I'm just realizing we have Rock Slide over EQ. That'll be fixed on your end. But yeah. Anyways. Going on to our final Pokemon, I have mentioned before, we have 3 Dragon-type Pokemon. So what ended up happening is that our dear old James Pond, the Inteleon, went on a mission, and he got captured. So we actually dropped Inteleon from the squad because he's being captured by some evil genius up in Britain, and we picked up Noelle, the Noivern, who actually Chase had dropped a week before. So we got them Detroit Steelwings secrets, but more on Noelle, she has the Frisk ability with the Choice Specs and the Timid nature. We have 96 EVs in HP, 12 in defense, max attack, and 148 in speed. With this investment, we are outpacing the Ninetales. I almost forgot what it's called. And then we outpace everything else unless they're scarfed. We have Draco Meteor, Boom Burst, Flamethrower, and U-Turn. Boom Burst hits his team incredibly hard. The only Pokemon that can coming on Boom Burst is going to be his Dustoir, but he does not appreciate Choice Specs Draco Meteor. Flamethrower is really nice against the Ninetales and the Sand Slash, unless Sand Slash is in Hail, in which case we just cry. And then U-Turn is great for momentum, and it can hurt the Choice Specs Flamethrower also hurts the Tangrowth, which is really important. So yeah, that is going to be the team this week. Let me know what you guys think down below. Yeah, I'm extremely nervous, and I hope you guys enjoy the battle for tomorrow. Anyways, I'm going to wrap things up here. You guys do know me as Jorge Tigre. Make sure you are pressing the word of Lil Neggy, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for the battle against Chase. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.